Hello, hello, and welcome back to Amá CONVERSA. Today is the beginning of season seven, which I can't even believe we're on season seven. This was just a concept in 2020 that came about in 2021, and it stopped, it's going, it stopped, it's going. It's something that's I'm very passionate about. And you, Michael Costa, you are the 111th episode. So you are 111. And
Wow.
yeah, I was telling Michael before we hopped on, I was like, I haven't had an episode for so long because I knew that number was, I don't know, it's a special number to me. 111 is a very special angel number. And I'm like, I didn't have like inspiration. I have gone to a few events and there has been opportunities to like pull out the phone and interview people on the spot. Just a very quick Ama Conversa reel that we've been doing, but I've been like not inspired for that. But now all of a sudden with your podcast, you've really inspired a lot of us, not only me, but you've inspired so many of us to just follow what our heart is telling you. Maybe in the moment it doesn't tell you to do that, but when it tells you to do something, just ride the wave and do it. So here we are on season seven. We're beginning again. And for season seven, we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do it on Spotify. So this episode will be on Spotify. This episode will be on YouTube. So the podcast section of YouTube and the podcast section for Spotify. And then it will also be on Instagram and Facebook. And then the full video. And then I will put little pieces, little clips here and there, do stories, do reels, etc., etc. But it's very informal. And pretty soon on my clock, in 1 minute, it's going to be 111. So I think it's a
Yes.
perfect time for, that's so crazy. It's a perfect time for you to start. So, Michael Costa, where are you from and who are you?
Well, my name is Michael Costa. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It's an honor for me and glad to hear that I've inspired some people to get involved because we need as many people as here to support and promote our culture. Where I'm from, well, I was born in Canada. My parents are both from Tercera. They're both from the same village. Just my mom came, she was 3 years old. She immigrated to Canada with her parents, my grandparents. And my father, after the war, he was in the war in Angola. And after the war, he came. He already knew my mom from various vacations that she had passed there, and he decided to send her a letter. Started dating, and he came over to marry her. And then I was born, I guess.
Oh my God, are you serious? Your dad was sending her love letters? Do you have any copy or any sample of these letters?
I think my father still has it in his stuff from the his time in Africa. I think he still has some copies. I would have
Oh
to
my.
ask. I don't ask too many questions when it comes to those things, but I think I remember him speaking to me and saying that he has some of those still left.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. That's super old school, right?
Yeah,
That's
it is.
cool. I love that. That is a very cute detail. Wow. And what is the freguesia again? What was the freguesia again?
They're from Altars.
Altas. Okay, that's a nice freguesia. You guys have nice bullfights there. I had a lot of fun on that one.
Oh yes, the two biggest ones. Well, we have one that just passed last week, which was they say is one of the biggest ones of the year. Turned out
Oh.
of the both, which is always on the Sunday, the Monday right after the first Spirit Sant, and it's always full packed of people. And again, this year was a huge success. So
Oh,
it's pretty famous for that bull run they do.
oh my gosh. Yeah, we were there last year, but we were not there in my husband's talking in the background. We were not there in May, but we were there in the Altaj one. We were there in June.
Yeah, I
June.
think it was June 1st, if I'm not mistaken. It was the special. They did a special edition last year, and they did two of them
It
one
was
week
so
apart.
fun. It was so
Yeah,
fun. We were on top of the house of he's a very famous guy. I think his name is Gilles Hilbrand. Is his name Gilles? Senhor Gilles. No,
yeah,
Senhor.
João Gil, João Gil.
Yeah, yeah, we were on top of
Yes.
his house and it was so much fun. I think there was at that one I think there was a lot of Canada people that I met at that one.
Oh
Um
yes.
I think I met the wife of oh my God. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name right now. Senhor Fernando, penso o nome dela, Senhor Fernando.
The one that used to have bulls in Canada.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes. His
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
his wife is Anna.
Yes, I got to meet them. They were so sweet. And Hilbrand, Singer Fernand gave him a kappa.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so he brought it to California and He's already played with bulls with the kappa here, so it's been very cool. And dude, weren't you just in California?
Yeah, I was just there last weekend. I went there on Thursday, and I came back on the red eye Sunday night to come back to work on Monday for. I was there for Festa de Bola 2026.
Oh my God.
Always fun to be in Artesia.
I want to hear everything. I want to hear how it was on the plane. I want to hear how it was when you got there. I want to hear how the weather was. I want to hear everything. Like, what was your best part, and what was the part that you want to come back and see again, or try again?
Well, going there, I finished work on Wednesday night at 3 o'clock in the morning, and had to be at
Oh
the
wow.
airport at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Are you serious? You
So,
work in a graveyard, man? Wow.
well, yeah, I finish around 3. Well, depending, 2:30, 3 o'clock, depending on what I have to do.
Oh my God.
Um, and then I went home, took a shower. My luggage was already ready. Anyways, 4 days. It's not. I don't have a lot of stuff to bring, but
Well, you are a fashion guy. So when you are a fashion guy, it looks like you plan and coordinate your outfits. You're very matching guy. I mean, I'm the opposite. Everything doesn't match. I mean, you can only see the top, but I have a Hawaiian top and then I have leopard pants. So I'm literally just an explosion of
well,
craziness. But
yes, I do like to match. So
yes,
I had planned out what I wanted to wear but it wasn't. It was just a few pair of pants, few pair of shorts, and then a few jerseys. I like to wear my
it
jerseys a
wasn't
lot.
too many luggage. It wasn't too much
Yeah,
stuff.
yes, it was. It wasn't too many, and then I went straight to the airport, and then I flew to Calgary, and I had never been in Calgary, so now I can say I stepped foot in the province of Alberta.
You
Uh,
never been to that portion?
no, no,
Oh my God.
it was like a 3.5 hour flight, and
Oh,
so I never really went. I've been to Vancouver also at the airport, but never left. But at least now I can say I stepped into Alberta, and I got to LAX. It was about could have been about 2:30. Took a Uber to my hotel in Artesia, where it's 5 minute walk away from the hall there in Artesia. So
yes,
it
I
was,
think, dude. Okay, so I don't know if I saw a video or a picture of you walking, but dude, I seen the hotel on the other side of you, and that hotel on the other side of you, on the other side of the street, that's the hotel that I stayed at. Which I'm not sure if that's the hotel that you stayed
yeah,
at.
I stayed at Days Inn. Yep.
Yeah, so that's the hotel that if you want to have a good time, or if you want to be right next to the festa and you know all the people are gonna stay there for the festa, you need to book that hotel in advance because
Oh yeah.
it gets sold out so quick. I remember when I went one time only in 2015, and that was the hotel that we stayed at. So that picture just made me laugh so much because I just have so many memories from that
Oh,
one weekend.
there was so many people from that were attending the party. We had Furkaj. There was other teams that were also staying there. And yes, it is the best place to stay because
Yes.
I find, in my opinion, because it's so close. It's like
Yeah.
a 7 minute walk, so you don't have to rent cars or take Ubers or
Yeah, we
something.
just walked everywhere too.
Yeah, you could walk back and forth. That's why I would go in the day. I would go to the hall and then come back in the afternoon,
Yeah.
shower,
Take a
change
nap, take a
clothes,
nap.
take a nap.
Yeah,
Sometimes those come in handy, especially when you get up early and go to bed late.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, and I was staying there, and there was a lot of people, and I reserved in February because last year when
Oh,
I went in July. Um,
dang,
already
dude.
it's not as big as of a feast, and I still got caught. I only had one night, so I go this
Oh,
time. I won't wait, and I booked right away in February, and I had all 3 nights, 4 days, 3 nights. So
that's good.
it was perfect, and for my walks, it was perfect to do some videos, some lives on my
Yeah.
walk to the hall. So it all came in handy.
And you went all by yourself, dude, on an adventure?
Yep, I like to travel on my own. I go to restaurants alone. I go to Toronto alone to the bullfights. I like to travel alone. Sometimes I
Yeah.
like to be in my own thoughts for a while. I like to be with people. If anybody knows me. I'm a very social person. But I also, being a very social person, I also like my time alone and just with me and my thoughts sometimes. So that helps.
That's awesome. I love that. And then my husband the other day, he was watching a video. He's like, "Look, this is our friend. This is when he was a kid." And I was like, "What the hell?" Then he showed it to me. I'm like, "Oh my God, he's so adorable." And it was you when you were a little kid and you were singing in Carnival. And
Yep.
so later on in the day, I went to your page and I shared it to the group because I was like, "Wait, I totally missed it because my algorithm, I don't know what's around my algorithm. Facebook, you need to hear me. My algorithm sucks." Like I don't see, your stuff. I have to go to your page and see it. But if I ever do see it, come across it, then I reshare it as much as possible. But can you
Thank you.
tell
I
us a
appreciate
little
that.
bit, of course, can you tell us a little bit about that experience when you were so small and cute singing in the carnival?
Oh, that was a pinnacle part of my cultural raising, no doubt. Those years, if somebody could go to my Facebook page and they'll be able to see, I have a little mini series where I do part one of my cultural raising, and that was part two. We started when I was 10 years, no, 11 years old. Had done a dance with my dad 2 years prior, which had really lit the fire under me, and I always wanted to participate. And then when they formed the group of the children, right away, my mom and her friends, right away I jumped in, and that was a good 8 years of my life
Oh,
that
wow.
forged the person I am today, and the likings that I have in the Portuguese Açorian culture, or Terceirense, but it's Açorian culture. Terceira faz parte dos Açores, and um, and yes, and it made me who I am today, and why I love Carnival so much were because of those 8 years doing the dances, dos pequenos, like we used to call them.
And I bet you some of those relationships that you made during those 8 years are relationships that you will have for a lifetime, forever, right?
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy. Like those childhood bonds and moments are very profound. And even if y'all go your own separate ways, when you see each other, it's like no time has passed, right? It feels
yeah,
like
exactly.
a brother and sister, for example. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah, it
that's
was
another
very
amazing.
fun. Growing up, you're teenagers in the middle of the growing age. You're learning stuff. You're seeing new experiences. It was very very enriching. I could say, especially culturally.
Yes, especially culturally, especially just on the level of preservation. I mean,
Hmm.
that is amazing, but it's so deep, and now I'm like exploring the fact that this stuff all has a deeper meaning and a deeper influence than we naturally think about. For example, the things that you're just doing them every day. You're showing up for yourself, you're showing up for your community because you love it and it's your passion. But probably what you're not really realizing is that whatever you're doing is a magical energy that is going to surpass your lifetime. And what you're doing is you're influencing others and people you will never know, like people you will never meet, people who will never tell you. It's like it's just a natural thing that happens. You're influencing, right? And then those people go off and influence others. And then there's like little domino effects going here and going there. And it's like you don't necessarily know that's you, but that's you, right? So then you are making all these little allies and pilgrims all over the world, and then they go on and travel and disperse that energy. So I think it's very surface level, and we don't give ourselves as much credit because we are also Portuguese in a way that we're taught to not be full of ourselves, right? Like for
Yeah.
example, probably you experience the same thing with your parents. Like I remember me when I was younger and like for example, when I was a teenager and we were getting ready to go to the festa. And this is a girl thing, maybe. And I was doing my makeup, I was getting all ready and getting all nice and beautiful. And then I look in the mirror and I'd be like, oh wow, I look so beautiful. And then my dad would just come in there and nip it in the butt right away. Like, hey, cut that out. Like, stop talking like that. Eja matola. Like they nip it right in the butt. So we're really taught from a young age to not be boastful like that, to be humble. We are a very humble culture. And I think that's also a part of this. Like me and you, I can see we're hard workers and about our culture and preservation, like super hardworking, right? But I think also we don't give ourselves enough credit because we're not programmed to give ourselves credit.
Yeah.
Like we're literally not programmed to give ourselves credit. We're literally just programmed to keep working, keep working, keep
Yeah.
working. And I
But,
don't know.
but we were. It's. I guess it's an evolution thing, an ancestry thing. We had to, as a people, we had to work hard and to preserve not only our culture but our survival.
Yeah,
Um, and
yeah,
we're always humble and always taught to be humble.
yeah,
Uh, and being humble is a quality, I think. But we should also be proud of what we achieve and try to try to teach, not teach that, but spread that energy that you want to that you want others to have. And that's something that I saw in Artesia this past weekend. I've been going to Artesia for 20 years, 20 some odd years, and a lot of
Wow.
people that I've met that are friends of mine, those I always speak to, but always other people that I've never come across to or never speak or maybe are
Yeah.
shy or don't know me.
There's so many
And that
people there,
Oh yeah, so
right?
many people, and people just came up to me and say, "Hey, I follow you on Facebook." People I've never spoken to, and continue doing what you're doing, and just that is worth everything that I've been trying to do.
Yes. Oh my God, dude. Okay, so tell me, did you go see the soccer games?
Yep, I went to go
What
see the
was your
soccer game.
highlight of the soccer games? What did you like about it?
Unfortunately, I'm a fan of Artesia, obviously, because that's where I've been always going. That's where I have family, and unfortunately, we lost in the semifinals. We had a good tournament, a good group stage. We won the two first games. Then after we lost in the semifinals against Tulare, if I'm not mistaken, yes, it was against Tulare,
Oh,
and
wow.
they ended up losing in the finals against Escalon, which Artesia had
Really?
beat. Yeah, which Artesia had beat in the group stage. So it's soccer. It's a bit unpredictable.
Oh, wow.
So congratulations to Escalon for winning the Festa de Bola 2026.
Did we
But
have
yeah, I
do we
love
have
going during the
a
day.
sorry. Did we have
I love I,
a
I love
Hillmore
going during
team?
the day because they have everybody puts their tents and the field is surrounded with the tents. Everybody has their coolers, families,
Yes.
older senior citizens, younger citizens, children, everything. They're making hamburgers, making bifanas.
The best.
Everybody's having a good time. I love watching the soccer games.
It's the best, right? Sorry, my sister-in-law was just telling me goodbye. She was visiting me. I was asking, was San Jose there playing on a team and Hillmar too? Do they have their teams too, or
Hillmar had a team. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing San Jose.
no?
I know Hillmar had a team for sure. There was 8 teams this year. Was usually there's 12, and it's so there was a bit less teams this year. There was 8, but I don't remember. I would have to check and get back to you. But I'm not sure about San Jose.
Because I know San Jose has a Benfica team, and I think back in the days they used to have a sporting team. So that's why I was like, oh, I wonder if they had a team. But if they don't have a team, they should totally get one because that would be so cool to have. I know it's so far away. It's like 6, 7 hours away from San Jose, but if they could work it out, that'd be so cool. I don't even
Yeah,
really.
I think because I saw San Jose in the banners when I did the little
Oh,
video of all the champions of the past years. Well, the past years of all the
yeah.
years.
So they used to go to that, right? They used to go to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I saw their banner there, so I am pretty sure they're usually a recurring team that go. But I don't know. Sometimes one year you can't go, or some. I know they. Sometimes it falls. I know there's another team in San Diego region that every 4 or some odd years it falls on the same day as their feast, because Artesia always do it on the weekend of the Memorial Weekend.
Yes,
So
yes, yes, yes.
since that balances a bit, sometimes it's not the last weekend of May. Like the last weekend of May would be this week,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but they always use the Memorial Weekend. So sometimes it falls on other feasts. So sometimes it gives a little bit of a logistical problem for these teams to make it on that weekend.
So they were winning the first two games, but then when it came to the third game and the fourth game, they
I
didn't.
think the last game of the group stage, I think they tied, if I'm not mistaken. But since they had won the first two, they went directly to the semifinals,
Yeah.
which they lost against Tulare, which they had a Benfica jersey on. So I think it was Tulare Benfica, but I know they were from Tulare.
Tulare is not far from Artesia, so I would think that Tulare is a direct rival of Artesia.
Oh, they've won many championships from the banners I saw. Tulare have won, but they
Oh,
have many teams also. I
wow.
think they have Tulare on Grains, and they have another team which I also saw the banner.
Uh-huh.
It's halfway. I guess Tulare is halfway between Artesia and like Uval, Turlock, and
Yes,
Modesto.
that's right. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. Yeah, Tulare is
So
more.
yeah, but they do have a big rivalry
Yeah,
with a
that's
lot of
right.
teams there. A lot of trash talking. I noticed in the
Yeah,
teams.
I don't know why I thought Tulare was closer to Artesia. No, you're right. Tulare is next to Hanford, so that
Yes,
type of area.
yes, that's right.
And even for me, that's far from us too, because so we're in Hillmar, and even that's far away. That's like an hour and a half away from me. And
Hmm.
then if I want to go back to where I'm from in San Jose, that's an hour and a half
Yeah.
the other way. So
Yes.
so it's pretty
Yes.
interesting. Okay, let me see what else about Artesia. Do you drink alcohol?
Yes, I drink. I like beer a lot. I try to drink more 0%, but when I'm on vacation, I like to mix in some alcoholic beer too.
Well, okay, okay, better question. When you were younger, 10 years ago, when you
Oh
would
yeah.
go there, you would drink,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Probably is a
Definitely.
different scenario now that you're a little bit older.
Yes, yes, yes. But definitely, that definitely
What
used to drink a lot of beer and a lot of Jaeger monsters.
Yes, because I remember when I went there, like I said, I only went there one time. And when we went there, they literally had like beer in the trophy. I don't know if they still do it. And then they pass the trophy around and everyone drinks the beer from the trophy. This is before pandemic
Yes, yes,
existed. Okay. This is
yes,
this is 2015. So this is
yes,
before
yes. People
pandemic.
don't freak out.
Nobody was freaking out about that. And like literally beer was falling on everyone. And I'm like, is this like a normal thing?
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it before. So yes, it's totally normal. They have it's the first time I ever drank in my life was Jaeger Monster, which is I had drank vodka Red Bull. Everybody knows vodka Red Bull, but I had never
Yeah.
tried Jaeger Monster with Jagermeister with Monster,
Oh
and
my
it
God,
was
so
absolutely
delicious.
delicious and very dangerous
Yes,
also.
it's so delicious. I want that right now. Please stop. Stop with it. I just have my coffee. That's a good enough energy, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the difference between going to Festa de Bola 20 years ago versus going to Festa de Bola in 2026? Because you've been going for a long time, so you
Yep.
would be the perfect person to answer that question.
Um, a big difference, I guess, is the people, is the friends, the family. I guess is they have now families, children
Hmm.
of their own. Uh,
Yeah, totally different,
Children are
right?
participating in the sports, in the tournaments. Some friends of mine that I had seen at the beginning that were around my age. It's normal. I'm 43, so it's normal for them to have a family now. But yeah, I think that would be the biggest thing. I guess would be how my age group um, became more mature. Not mature because it's not like we weren't mature, but I mean like it became part of life, the evolution of life, and now
Oh.
are living with their families and still like to have fun, but I guess more in moderation. So I guess that was the biggest difference because everything else seemed pretty much the same. People are just as joyful. People enjoy the same things. These people are Saurian in their souls, and we see it right away when we go inside the hall.
I feel like they're very friendly, like they're very
Yeah,
welcoming. They are a community that knows that, they're very prideful in that festa because that's like their baby, right? That's their baby. And they're very welcoming. They know that a lot of people come from outside and they love that. They're very welcoming to that.
yep.
So they're like they have a energy of let's party, let's have a good time, let's have fun, and let's make some memories. That's literally the energy that you get when you go to Festa Bola. And I think I might go there next year. I think I might have an adventure.
I'm
And
sure you would enjoy. You're going to enjoy it. It's never a boring weekend at Festa de Bola.
oh my God, I was such a hot mess when I went there last time. I like lost my purse and then my friend found my purse and then I broke a nail and then another nail broke and then I had extra nails in my purse and gluing the nails on. Oh my God. And then when it was my turn, this is so embarrassing. When it was I was in line to get a beer. Then when it was my turn to order, I don't know what happened to me. I was wearing heels at the time. I collapsed to the ground. They're like, what's wrong with that girl? I jump up again like a jack in the box. I swear to God, jump back up. And I'm like, so where were we? Is my drink ready? They're like, okay, that is a freak of nature right now.
That's so hilarious.
Yeah, it was literally like, I feel like adventures that have those kind of weirdness is always like the best adventures to tell stories.
Mhm.
So did you have any weirdness, like any California weirdness happen before I let you go? Because I know we're running out of time. But
No weirdness. No, just something that I wasn't used to is how quickly it gets. I went to Huntington Beach.
oh,
No,
my
was it
favorite beach. Love Huntington.
Huntington Beach? Yeah, it was Huntington Beach. I went to this to have a little brunch, and I keep on forgetting that California is the temperature is so amazing. But if you
Yeah.
catch a little bit of wind next to the ocean and a bit of shade, it can get cold
Chilly.
quickly. It can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
cold
it
quickly.
can. It can. So that was different for you, huh? You're like, the weather is so good, but I'm so cold right now. That's
Yeah,
good,
you
I
leave the
guess.
hotel, it's beautiful, sunny. I go, okay, I'm good for shorts and a t-shirt. And then when you get to the ocean, Yeah, it's a bit cold. Maybe I should have worn some pants or a
Oh my
sweater or
God,
something.
that is hilarious. I literally, before I let you go, I literally experienced that with my friend Sandy, Fadisha, who came from Boston. We went to Santa Cruz to go have lunch, and she just had a shirt too. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so cold." Like we had to go to a shop for her to get a sweatshirt because near the ocean, it's so different, right?
Yep, yep.
Well, Michael, excuse me, the 30 minutes goes by so fast.
I know.
I don't even know how it went by so fast. We only talked about, Carnival and Festa de Bola, but we're gonna have you back again. Let me
Yep, no
just
problem.
rev up and get a few more in between. Then we'll have you back on because I want to dig more and tell the people more about what you do on a
Yes.
day to day because you have your own podcast too. So we want to hear about that.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, thank
Always,
you,
always a pleasure to
Michael.
be on, Marissa.
I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And I want to go back on your podcast too.
Yep,
Anytime you
we'll
have an
fix that
open
up.
spot, I would love to. And
Yeah,
then
we want to
also,
talk about those new children's books you have.
oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll be back soon. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
Michael, for your time.
Have a good day. Thank you,
You
everybody.
too. Bye.